I want to show you my test rig for cylinder heads, checking valve sealing and everything. This is a set of cylinder heads a customer brought me that's freshly machined, so they got surfaced and the valves don't look bad. So there's not much visual indicator of anything going wrong here. So they said they water tested this, meaning that they filled these full of water and watched for leaks, and it passes the water test. So this is what a little bit different version of this from Goodson. They make tooling for the automotive industry, and I had this one and little hand pump system, and I don't really like it. It's not super useful. I don't even know if it works or not, but it's a pain in the ass. But Goodson sells these foam blocks for testing, and so I got a few extra ones of those, and then I just used my AC pump from Harbor Freight. These are probably $100 or something like that. Goodson used to make one of these. I've never been able to find it, but it was like $1,000 or something. So I've got my vacuum gauge teed in, and then so we can pull a little over 20 pounds of vacuum. Unfortunately, on these cylinder heads, let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can set you guys up somewhere. On these cylinder heads, we've got injector holes, and then we've got like an EGR hole on the other side. So let me set this up. So you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing, but you'll be able to see the vacuum pressures, hopefully. Okay, we're on hole number 1. Plug off the injector hole with my finger. That's a good cylinder. Number 2. Get over here. Plug it off with my finger. Will not pull vacuum. Go number 3. Does not pull a full vacuum. Number 4. That's not bad. Hopefully you can hear me there, but so anyways, that's a really good indicator of valves not sealing properly. So I'll also use that if, say you take it to the machine shop, you get everything machined, you can make sure that they did their job properly. So this just might be trash underneath the valves, but the customer was complaining about a random misfire every once in a while. And yeah, customer's also a mechanic, so couldn't really find anything. I'm not sure what was going on. I am going to pull some of these valves and see if I can just get them to seal better with cleaning, but I might also pull them apart and maybe try lapping them in, seeing what the seats look like, and going from there. But if you don't do all that, just say you're building a motor from that you're having someone else machine the entire thing, you need to check everything. So you're going to recheck, I mean, hopefully you would recheck all of their clearances and how well they ground the crank and the cylinders and everything. So this is another really good check. I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to try to sneeze. I got my sneeze out. So this is a really good check that you probably should be performing if you're going to build an engine. And I mean, yeah, if you have a machinist you trust, you can probably be fine, but it never hurts to check these things. Or if you're just not wanting to get full machine work done, if you're just wanting to get them, I don't know, surfaced or whatever, but whatever the situation is, to me, this is a real cheap and easy way AC, the vacuum pump has other uses, and you can just get one of the hand pumps. There's a bunch of ways to do this. This Goodson kit with this pump cost more than that vacuum pump, and I don't like it at all. So this is a far better method. It could be streamlined a little bit with some better hoses, but I just set this up to real quick to check things. Also, this is, because I have everything here, this is for evap testing. That little doodad there, this was just a random hose, I think an LS bypass hose I had, my vacuum gauge, another little hose, and buy these pads. Okay, so I pulled the valves, pop them out. So it is just carbon in there. So stuff that it's not that bad, stuff that running will chomp away, but cleaned it up just to make sure. So this is with no valve springs or anything like that. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Probably cannot. Where the hell's the hole at? Alright. So how high it goes depends on how so it doesn't take much to actually show a big difference. So this was the one that would only do like 5 pounds. And I just checked on the seat. So I'm still gonna check on them all and make sure I can get them all up above that 15 mark. And then I'm pretty comfortable with them. They should run. So, but after machine work, this is a good way to test this, especially if you're lapping in valves or something. You take all these apart, get everything cleaned up, and you could just check your work afterwards. It's a good method.